Hey, welcome back to another episode of Chaos Entropy, episode 45. Today is October 16th, 2024, and welcome back, special guest, Vlad. Hopefully, I think he was the last one if we're in chronological order.
Oh yeah, I got it up. I got it up.
uh, you can say hello.
Apologies, I was on mute there.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be back.
I thought you were gone. I was like, oh no. I was like,
No, just
um, today we're coming together with Vlad again, which is it's not ironic, but it's funny how Destiny news, well, came out literally right after uh,
yeah.
this one.
Immediately.
I think it's more, it's not impromptu, but it's more apt that you came on this one more so than last week. uh, how do I start this? So, I mean, this, who knows how long we're talking about, but Destiny Rising is official. After like a year or two or whatever of people knowing about it, or at least the idea of a mobile game.
Yeah, that's
A
it's
lot of
weird.
weird things. A lot.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Um, yeah, I don't
I'll say
know.
this. It's the funny thing is this is all NetEase and it's just licensing of Bungie. That's how
Yeah,
I took it. That's how,
I, I'm not really sure how I I kind of feel about it in a way because
it's weird.
yeah, no, like I said, it's weird. It's not
It doesn't feel real.
like
I
I
mean,
don't know, man. I heard about it, but I didn't think it would actually ever happen.
oh yeah, I mean, I think the earliest was at least over a year ago, right? Maybe
I mean, I've been
the
hearing
idea
about
of
it, but it was like one of those rumors.
wasn't it also called the same name like back then too, like the rumor?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, like, the name, the name. It was the first time me personally I've heard of the name.
Oh, you can tell me, Brian, if you heard of it, but I remember
I
hearing
I heard of it,
that
but only
name
like a
sounded
month
familiar.
ago.
Oh, in
I heard
my
the
head
name
for
a
some
month ago.
reason. Okay, maybe that's why.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, because how could it
Uh,
be?
Destiny Rising. Um,
It's. I think it's weird only because at the end of
yeah,
the day,
yeah, I did hear it a month ago. Yeah.
the weirdest part is that it really has nothing to do with Destiny per se. When you
Really?
think about what, well, in regards to like what this game is, because like it straight up says, Bungie licensed, characters and story and everything. It's an alternate, reality set, what, Dark Age or whatever. Um,
Really?
yeah, and it's literally just Bungie licensed their stuff to NetEase, and NetEase made a game via Bungie character or
So it's
via
just
Destiny.
IP. They just licensed the IP?
Yes, because when you watch like they have their own like vidoc, and it's all mostly like the Chinese people because it's all NetEase. And when they're talking about it, there's no one Bungie related. It's all NetEase people. It's all,
So,
which I find I'm like, well, that's interesting. Like they didn't even like Bungie didn't even want to take time to, like what's the point of making a mobile game if it really has nothing to do with like Destiny? It's an alternate timeline. It's an alternate everything. And they're adding things that the main game doesn't have.
okay, that's the crazy part. I mean, like,
People are they're scared that they're like, what?
yes,
Why does he have more?
okay, well, that's the thing. We don't know if that's going to definitely happen. I think it
Well,
might
the
happen
video.
personally, but, uh,
Have you seen like at least the trailer?
I've
I
only
guess.
seen the trailer and, I mean, the animations look a bit wonky,
Oh,
but
okay. I saw like the behind the scenes vidoc thing of them talking about it, and they made like a new class, like it's
the
called like
soul, I
Mythic or
mean,
something.
the Void Warlock with the scythe.
Well, yeah, but they also have a new weapon category called Mythic. Um,
What?
Not category, but like how it's exotic and all that. They have a level called Mythic now, which is like above Legendary, I think, or something like that.
But below exotic?
Yeah.
What?
In Rising?
Yeah.
Yes. They mentioned it. It's on Rising has a website and everything right now. Which goes in detail about everything they talk about in the video is presented on the website. And it's crazy because the main thing is that it's gonna have 6-player strikes and PvP. And
Okay,
and
it's
that's
like six,
I was like, what?
six player, like 66 is already a thing in PvP, so that's not like too. A
But
6-player strike. A
Six-player
6-player
strike
strike.
is...
Yeah, it's kind of intriguing.
That's like
Um,
the 6-player activities in the seasons.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's what I was
yes,
gonna say.
it could feel like that, but because my understanding is it said it will take some of what you know, but also they're gonna add like build new stuff out of it, like maybe probably new strikes out of it, but they could have returning from the actual Destiny IP into the game.
I mean, I noticed like in the game I saw like stuff like I saw Izanagi's burden.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
people there's a crossbow.
The game looks like it's got the aesthetic of current Destiny.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
funny thing is people it's funny because people were like, "Oh, how could this ever even run on a phone?" And people were like, "Well, I guess you don't play mobile games that much because you
Yeah,
can
mobile
play,
games are
freaking
pretty
triple
crazy
A
though.
games. You can play triple A games now on iPhone."
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
you can play Silent Hill.
Warframe, yeah, Resident
Not
Evil.
Silent Hill. Yeah, there's Resident Evil 2. Is playable on iPhone,
Oh yeah, I heard
It's
of yeah.
it's
which
insane.
is kind of nuts, actually.
Yeah,
It's
Warframe is
Yes, Warframe is on there, and
um
um,
you also got COD Mobile and stuff.
yeah, which is pretty huge.
Uh
So
and then like even though people give it shit, Diablo Immortal, I mean, it's
yeah,
pretty
that's
impressive
I
for a
mean
mobile game.
that Diablo Immortal, to give it credit, is
Fellas, are
yeah.
is mobile gaming the future?
I hope not, because I don't like the microtransactions, but I don't think
But
Yeah,
that's the
dude.
scary part because
I
they
wish
haven't.
we could get away from the whole microtransactions thing, man. I pay for a game. Let it just be the damn
that's
game.
what I'm
I
saying.
will. I think that's they use microtransactions because it's like the most profitable on mobile compared to any other way of making money on mobile. I guess
But it's
I'm assuming.
it's profitable because the accessibility is there. It's like it's on your mobile
Yes.
device.
Yeah, it's right there. You only have to click like once or twice. um, I will say this. So far, people. I guess if they didn't watch like the trailer, they assumed this was going to be like a gotcha game or something.
I think, yeah, maybe
Which
people were getting confused with this and the gotcha game that they were talking about,
they were like, oh, is this like
Project Payback.
either like, or is it like a Honkai or like like any of those? But based on the trailer, it's like this seems like actual
This is legitimately
as if it
Destiny
is,
on the phone, at
yeah,
least
to an extent.
the basics
Which I'm
of it.
like, holy, and the animation's slightly different. Well, I
I
mean, it probably
mean,
had to,
well,
but
this is also NetEase. Like they made
yeah. So
Diablo Immortal, so I mean,
they
Uh,
I forgot they made that.
they made Diablo Immortal. They made a couple other games, and I'll be honest, like they do have a lot of microtransactions. At this point, the microtransactions are gonna like that. That's like inevitable.
yeah, I feel like the microtransactions, unfortunately, have become such a main staple.
But it's mostly
in
cosmetic, right? Or no?
No,
Oh, okay.
No.
no.
I feel like now microtransactions have long pushed past the innocent, like, oh, we're only causing. Nah, I feel like in every game now it's like,
Okay, actually, never mind. I step back because mobile, it's everything.
Like
Yeah,
look at Diablo Immortal. Like that
I
one
haven't.
dude had to pay like 250K to fully max everything out.
Oh, you actually. Oh, wow.
I mean, the regular player ain't gonna max everything out, but it's designed. The thing with mobile games is that they're designed with like like an infinite cap.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean, it's pretty redundant to try to chase it, but still, I mean, it's still they'll have practices that you're already accustomed to, like
yeah,
pay to speed this up, pay to do this, pay to
yep, yep,
get more
yeah.
extra gems to.
The I will say the crazy thing is like the closed beta is literally November 1st, which I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
That's pretty quick. That's a quick turn. I'm happy that when they announce things like this, they actually do show gameplay. Like they're actually pretty close to the. They
I
feel like
still
they're
have
close to
to
a
actually
final
see
product.
the actual. I only saw the clip, like the.
Well, yes, I know it's not all, but I just mean like I can. It feels as if they're actually pretty close to a final product. Like it's not like over a year away or anything. Hopefully.
Well, I mean, okay, but like my biggest thing is, um, and I think this is gonna sound bad, but also I think it's the blunt reality of the truth. Who gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
About the game itself.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just
not like it's cool, but also,
it has a cool factor to me just because the idea of it. I'm like, oh, it's interesting. I'm like, it's interesting.
and I'm with you 100%. My only
But I
issue
also, yeah,
is the IP that the game is behind,
yeah, because
and
it had people are pissed because it's not Destiny at the end.
yeah,
It's not had nothing to do with the
well,
actual
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
yeah, like let either let's fix or kill this game already, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's in a
Why
void.
are, yeah, why are we dropping a brand new mobile game?
That has more
While the
than
main game is suffering.
yeah. The main game can suffer, and in the mobile game, let's
Well,
add things that the game doesn't have.
I mean, okay. Here's the thing. So like, um, okay. What's your general consensus? Like, are you excited? Or are you like indifferent?
I'm just indifferent, like,
Yeah.
because alright. Here's another thing that I have to point out, and it's happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Although in those instances it were, you know, they could be minor. It could just be like lore or whatever. But what if they start adding things to this mobile game that are mobile exclusive, and then it's like I see a lot of things coming from them that I'm like, I don't think like you guys are already in not a great spot.
Yeah.
I don't think this is what you guys really should be focusing on at all.
Maybe that's why it's licensed
I
because they don't
think-
have the time to put.
No, I
to make it
I completely understand what you're talking about, Vlad, because unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you're right, and that's exactly the same idea I got when I saw this. I think, well, I think the reality here is that this is not Bungie.
Yeah,
And
100% not.
but you know, then Zach, I kind of have to make an argument, right? Because
Well,
I feel like I feel like, you know, saying that, well, it is licensed is worse than, because it's like, not only are you not fixing Destiny, but
You're selling it
now
off
you're
as
just,
a cash cow.
yeah, you're just selling it off now, to just make more money off the Destiny name.
That's literally what they're doing. They gave the
Oh,
IP,
they make the money. They didn't really sell it off though.
but they give that. This used to be. That's like 343. Like the guys who made Halo, literally selling the IP, like licensing the IP out to like some other company for them to use it.
Yeah.
Usually when that happens, they make like a small spin-off game. But in this case, this might just look like a mobile game, but it may have the capability.
Yeah, it has like mainline entry type capabilities, because
Yeah. This has the
It has to
capability
feel
to
like-
rival the main game because the main game is in such a poor, dire spot.
Yeah. But
and
it depends how big you get.
like I said, well, I mean, even then though, right? Let's say like even if it's a small mobile game,
If it's good, it's good. If it,
you know, that means that they're still gonna have to support that mobile game. There's gonna be a team behind it,
yeah.
and it'll just only get bigger.
It'll be
I feel
NetEase, though.
and even if it is NetEase, I still feel like that presents some weird issue.
Oh, most
With-
definitely.
Like,
who
who makes a...
it being
Who makes Call of Duty
Destiny.
Mobile?
That's another
They do.
company. NetEase?
No,
is it?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was NetEase, but then
I'm pretty sure it's a branch of Activision though.
Really?
Well,
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised.
Activision. I thought. How often do they ever develop though?
I
I think
mean,
there's a partnership behind, because NetEase... Actually, who owns NetEase? Activision?
There's NetEase, and then there's Netmarble, and then
Who
there's.
owns...
it would not surprise me if NetEase was owned by like Activision.
I thought they were part of Tencent.
It's probably that would make more sense. I mean, unless Activision China.
Never mind,
Hey,
they're owned by a bunch
bro.
of different Chinese companies, never mind.
No.
Wait,
Just
Devolver Digital
Bomber.
owns a stock in them?
Whoa.
Devolver Digital.
That's actually
fair.
interesting.
Cloud
But,
Music owns 59%. Yeah.
Well, how about what was I gonna
COD
say?
Mobile was made by the Timmy Studio Group, and it's published by Activision.
Okay, but you know that game became like, you know, the best free version of COD, surprisingly.
The
Which
Timmy
one?
Group is a COD Mobile.
Oh
Never even
no! I thought we were talking about the Chinese COD.
Oh no! I wish
Oh.
that.
Because that one in my opinion is the best genuine officially supported version of COD.
You could
That
say
one's got like
COD
32 zombie guns.
comes. Yeah, because that had like, I never played it, but from what I saw, it had like everything.
It had everything.
And just completely like new and cool things, especially for zombies, that they just were like, let's just make anything.
Yeah.
Like we're allowed to do whatever the hell we want here.
But like, damn, I mean, okay, so I'm definitely with you. I was with the I'm with the mindset of like either fix the damn game or just let it die. I'll be honest, I was on the I was more for letting it die. I just wanted to die. I hate this thing so much.
Maybe.
But this is like the worst thing that could have happened. Because for people who like Destiny, this can be seen as a mobile bastardization. And for me, this is bad because this is effectively
And
an immortalization. Because mobile games just churn out they just make so much money. Like there's no,
Left, right, and center.
it doesn't, especially with the Chinese markets over there.
They could last forever.
Even though like the what's it called? They have all these restrictions on games. They just generate so much income.
People saw like the images, like from the trailer, like images of like what the people look like your characters.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah, the one that caught my eye is the goth one.
the skull, the skull dude. They added the fucking they added the skull armor from fucking, I think it was like Season of the Haunted or some shit.
Really?
Or at least there was like a warlock that looks like they had that one
There's
helmet
it's a
on.
lot of Iron Lord, Iron Banner stuff because it's around the Dark Age. So there's that, and then there's
There's like a giant. This one dude is carrying like a giant shield.
yeah, it's
But it also looks like the shield from Volta Glass.
Oh yeah, it kind of does.
I don't know. This game is it's something. It's,
I mean,
it's
look at
enticing.
the exo.
I also want to clarify to podcast listeners, it might feel that we're being really harsh, you know, because the game was just literally just announced, like I think yesterday.
Well, maybe it was just yet. It was
Yesterday or a day or two ago.
Yeah.
But it's like it's kind of like what Brian was saying. Like it's
A lot of questions that pop up.
yeah. There's so many things behind just an announcement that it's like, hold on.
It's not even the game itself. It's like, what about Destiny then? What about it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think like this will rival. This will literally make Destiny fight
It
itself.
will rival Destiny itself.
It sounds ridiculous, but I think it will rival Destiny itself.
You know what's crazy? How is a game? I gotta ask this question. How is Destiny both so good and so bad that in all these years, the only thing that's come out on top to rival it now might be itself?
Yeah, like that's the thing. That's the funniest thing. Like before this, the only thing that I'd say actually ever truly rivaled Destiny was the Division.
The Division.
And literally, they just stopped. They're still making content, but it's not. They stopped making expansions. If they kept up, and here's the thing. I actually like the Division 2 better than Destiny. I think they got a lot of systems down that I'm definitely for.
Hey, I want to go on record on this podcast. Everyone called me a fucking psycho, but I literally said back in the day, I never said that it was going to be a Destiny killer because the game is made by fucking Ubisoft. I'm not on meth, alright? Let's be fucking realistic.
But the surprisingly, Bunch is not better.
But I knew from the very start that the Division was definitely gonna be the competition that people thought it was, and it was.
But sadly, it's Ubisoft, so.
Yeah, they died.
I don't even know why. Like they literally just stopped making content for the game.
They were on the next game.
There is no next game.
No, I meant other. You know, the company they make other games.
Dude, like
Only
it's kind of
Ubisoft
crazy.
games that that last right now are like you got For Honor, Rainbow, what else?
And it's crazy. You know why I didn't get into like I own the Division 2. The only reason I'm not in the end game for that game was because I was already in the end game for Destiny 2.
Yeah, like you can't play multiple. That's the thing about these looter
Time
shooters.
sinks.
Yeah, they're just time sinks. Like you can't play multiple at like you just can't, like the regular person can't afford to spend that much time playing these games.
Only one a decade.
And actually, I'd even go as far as to say that this is starting to become a problem in all games.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it now, like I feel like COD now has a very strong sense of FOMO, almost like the Destiny thing now with its live events.
Yeah. I do like the live events, but they do give you like I wish there was like a backlog where you can go and revisit it.
Yeah, revisit shit.
Yeah, I think they should do that. I definitely agree.
And I started noticing some games have been starting to do that where it's like you buy the battle pass once, it doesn't fucking go away. You keep earning shit until you are done with said battle pass.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even, and I'm not talking about Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
There's been other games doing this system recently.
I guess I don't know those games, sadly. At least recent games.
I think that should just be like, but they know for a fact because like it drives up like the FOMO is real. People, it shouldn't
Well,
be.
especially when things are timed.
It's because they like getting these bursts of revenue. They're preying on us. They are preying on us.
Oh yeah, it's predator behavior, or
I know.
you know, from top down.
But man, I mean, like that is crazy. Like I mean, as much as I hate Destiny, I do have to give them credit. They kind of have a similar, at least in the genre, in the specific looter shooter genre, they have like they are in a league of their own. Why? I don't. It's because the competition for some reason is they're always stupid.
Or maybe it's just.
But I also have to say like that's the thing about Destiny is like they really were masterclass at what they did, you know, like at the end of the day we are playing a AAA game. And a good one at that. It's just dude, I'll go on the record, I've said it already on this podcast, I'll say it again. Destiny was just so poorly like mismanaged. Bro.
Yeah. And I think it was literally suffering from success because it was bleeding out, but they just didn't patch it up for some reason. Because I guess they thought that they were still good. They were so full of themselves that they thought they were still good and they could keep going. But
I'd even know.
Oh yes.
No, I was gonna say, I was gonna double down real quick. I'd even go as far as to say they were suffering just like after Destiny 1 came out, people vibed with it and the vibes, the aesthetic, the guns, all that, the missions. They were just like, oh, I'm with it. Like, and they from that fan base, they were locked in.
Yeah,
There was a reason why, compared to Destiny 2 by that time, when Destiny 1 came out, it was truly the first game, like, in that sci-fi genre where I was never been so dedicated more so than that game at the time. Back in 2014, I was like, wow, this truly is revolutionary. And then D2 just, well, it missed a lot of marks, but, it had its ups, but those ups do not compare to how I felt during, the Destiny 1 era.
yeah,
I feel like that development team, because of all the changes and layoffs and firing and mismanagement, I don't think it can get back to where it was necessarily. I'm not saying it will always keep going down because then then you just don't have a game. But then,
I don't know.
but those days are, I don't know.
I think it wasn't even just
I
like from staff mismanagement. I think it was also like a creative mismanagement too. Like, so
well, yeah, you could, it oozes
like some of these things
when you
just
look
like
at
I'm telling you
writing.
right now, like this is a mobile game, but
I'm
I,
surprised they can license it. I guess Sony allows
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if this game is more like it has more RPG mechanics, like RPG mechanics that we needed in the normal game, like for it to come to a mobile game before the main game. Um,
NetEase is like, we got this. We know how to make every goddamn
NetEase
game on
can
the
do it
market.
because they made Diablo immortal.
They also have it feels like an infinite money loop, because of all that money in that Chinese one.
I mean,
They're like, we can make the biggest. That's why this game. I mean, yes, like, of course, it's not going to be like the most detailed like the mobile game, but even like, of course, mobile games look good, but like, you're talking about like a lot of stuff is going to be put into this game. I wonder how big it's going to be storage wise, but well,
Yeah.
I I think it's enticing just because I'm like, what will NetEase bring to the table in a Destiny world that sadly Destiny itself is not bringing?
I'm gonna be real. This is pretty terrible, but I think I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna play
is
it.
it sad if it's fun?
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try it.
It'd be really sad if it's like very addicting and fun.
You know,
Because I'm like, why am I'm playing a mobile game, having more enjoyment than the main game where you pay out to eat butt.
I know by saying this, I'm already setting it up for like failure. But I mean, I don't know. It'd be really funny if it's literally Destiny but on the phone, and because then the
But it's
reality
not
is
funny.
that I mean it took them like what, like 2 years to make Destiny and put it on the phone, and the game's been out for like a decade. Like the IP's been out for
Yeah.
like a decade now, and we yeah,
That'd be
not a lot of
fascinating.
changes.
Everyone's. I mean, I'm only excited just because it's something. It's it's different. It's something different within the Destiny world that I'm willing to try. Well, one, because like I wonder how a mobile version of that game will even feel, or what the game really will be. Like all we know is that there's gonna be like strikes and PvP and things like that. But like how will like is there gonna be like we don't know anything besides that. We
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of.
I'm excited just because I'm like like the possibilities. They're not endless, but they're I'm like NetEase has its credit, and I'm just like I wonder what they're willing to add to this world that sadly is separate from the main universe. So
Yeah, like I
everything
said,
they
like,
add, they could add to the main game for the sake of if it's fun. If
yeah, like I said,
yeah.
it could definitely be, kind of like you were saying, much more of the same thing, just not in the main game. But honestly, I feel it it shouldn't have been this way. Like we shouldn't even be talking about a mobile game anyway. And
Yeah.
like I said, like I'll play it. I mean, like I'm not gonna play it, but
Or
I don't even know
This
I don't
shouldn't
even
have been
know
an outcome at
why.
all.
Yeah, no.
But damn,
I
that...
am a mobile fan, but again, like this is a NetEase version of Destiny, which is separate from like what Bungie. I mean, I don't know what Bungie
You
would
have
have made.
said NetEase so much.
Well, I like to make that important only because it's gonna probably feel crazy different. One, it's mobile, so
Well,
that's
okay,
already
well, I
different.
don't think it's gonna feel crazy different. I think
Oh, I
it's
don't
gonna
think
be
it'll feel different.
literally Destiny on the phone. I think the
I
difference
I
is
mean,
that they're probably gonna do some. They're gonna probably shake up the formula. Like they're probably gonna add more RPG mechanics or something.
I mean, even then, I'd still go as far as to say, like, even if it is just NetEase, uh, the blame is still gonna go, like people are still gonna put the blame on the Bungie either way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
Like
meant
this doesn't excuse Bungie at all. In fact, like people will be
In
comparing
fact,
this game
i
to
in
Bungie
fact,
game.
I'd say this is even worse for NetEase now, cause like you just walked into hot water, my friend. Y- you're already a mobile developer and not a good one at that. Let's be brutally honest. Um, and you're
I haven't
just
played a lot of their games.
I haven't played their games, but I'd also know that their games are frankly not popular because they just don't do well.
I played more like
If we need to beat the dead horse, Diablo.
Dude,
I
like
heard. Is that game fun at all? I mean, I've only played it once or
No,
twice.
I've
what
literally
game?
only heard negative things about the Diablo mobile game.
Oh
I
no,
played
yeah.
it. It feels like I don't know. It feels like Diablo,
That's the thing though. I mean, like it's
but on mobile.
the thing is like it's literally Diablo. I mean, I gotta give it credit. I don't like it because I mean it's predatory as hell. And like there's a lot of mechanics that like soft lock you. But I mean, if you took out those mechanics, they literally built a Diablo game and put it on the phone.
That's
Um,
pretty. That's something. But sadly, it's
it's like
screwed with all this.
it's almost like the COD mobile thing, right? If you take out all the microtransactions and you take out all
Yeah.
the predatory monetization, they made Call of Duty on the phone. I mean, like that's easier. Like that's an easier formula. But like in Diablo Immortal, it's like they have like a storyline and everything. They have like voice actor.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's like I don't know. It's like comparing it to like back then when I played Dungeon Hunter 4 from Game Loft. It's just like a completely
Oh
different.
my god!
It's just a different thing.
I forgot about Game Loft.
Um, I don't know. And now like the tech on the phones are getting better. Like you can play Warframe on the phone now.
It looks amazing from gameplay I've seen.
Okay, I
Like
don't know about that because I mean like we're comparing a mobile game to PC, but I mean,
I just meant I'm surprised how well um it is
Hey,
on the phone.
hey, Warframe looks good on console too, man.
oh yeah, and like yeah, it's also on like that's the thing. Like it's just
Sadly on PS4 though, the frames are for me are god
People,
awful. This whole
sounds like
PS4.
a regular PS4 problem.
yeah, sounds like a regular PS4
I can
problem.
barely see what I'm looking at when I'm using anything in the game.
Well,
Honestly, I'm surprised that uh people are rocking the base PS4 because honestly, I thought most of them exploded by now. I'm not gonna lie, like genuine, and I
yeah,
don't mean that as satire.
yeah, no,
Don't say that.
I know what you mean. I remember I tried playing Madden, a football game with him, and his PS4 was just dying. It was dying so hard that, because he was the host, it was like killing the frames on my game. That makes no
Would take
sense.
a minute to press it.
You know, I had a situation. I'm so happy you said that. I had a situation like this happen to me last night, where I was playing Dragon Ball, Sparkling Zero, and a friend of mine had lagged out so fucking hard like he lagged out of my party, that the motherfucker crashed my console.
Yeah, like that's
Like,
crazy.
like I had to
Does that mean, like,
restart.
Bandai?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure.
They're known for those Naruto games were horrible online. They would freeze and break. So I wonder if that's the
But
same.
I don't know, dude. You're asking. I'm game sharing the game. I don't even own it.
But like, still, regardless,
I
I
just
mean,
know.
that's crazy. Like a problem that's happening on his system is causing your system to have a
Now,
meltdown too.
now that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if that was, the exact case. That's just how it was perceived from my side of the screen,
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, like sometimes, dude, there's some weird things that happen like that where I'm like, bro.
Yeah, how does that even make sense? Yeah, I get it.
So, what was I gonna say?
Bro, wait, they
What's
even
your
added
overall?
the what's it called? They got the fucking I can't believe I forgot the name. It's this little the SMG exotic. It's
Oh, the Huckleberry?
yeah, the Huckleberry.
Yeah, it's straight up yeah, it's like, what?
They have the
Oh, and
Huckleberry.
they showed off the,
Oh my god, there's
um,
LMGs. Bro, that's the
what's
crazy
that,
part, man. Now I'm getting like PTSD from all the stupid decisions they made. Remember when LMGs were not in the game?
and,
Yeah.
shotguns were, your third weapon?
So stupid.
I remember the day they switched it where you can finally use your shotgun as your secondary. I was like, hell yeah, it can use special ammo again.
Oh, dude, you're talking about Forsaken.
Was it Forsaken? Okay, I
Yeah,
forgot what year it was.
Bro, honestly, I think it was Forsaken.
No,
It was definitely
oh, I
Forsaken.
thought it was like an update or something. They switched it.
No,
Okay.
it was the update for Forsaken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got rid of the dual well, I mean, you can still run dual primary, but
It was literally the update where they not only let you tease Gambit or play Gambit early, but I also remember if you got lucky enough, to like while you were on Mercury doing the like escalation protocol, you could get lucky and get a Forsaken weapon early,
Yeah.
and then you could just use the normal special weapon system because
Yeah,
it
that's
was in the
crazy.
game.
Yeah.
And it was the Dust Rock Blues problem
Oh.
if you really want to get extra specific.
Damn.
Oh,
Wait,
the good old days.
was can you really like alright.
What the hell were you trying to say?
Well, I'm gonna say, I think, I mean, if the three characters that they're showing on the webpage are,
Yeah.
where it says play as these unique characters to defend, would you make your own character, or do you, like...
It did not say. There's nothing on the page so far that says you are like you can make your character. But then again,
Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, it says play as these unique characters.
yeah. So you can probably pick like a multitude maybe.
So it's like a hero shooter?
Well, it's hard to know because nothing about what I've seen slash the word, well, besides those wordings, say that it's a hero shooter specifically. Like if you pick, well, I mean, it could easily be, but they're trying to be as Destiny as possible, I guess.
Enter an era of heroes and legends with familiar Destiny faces. Oh, I think it might be a hero shooter.
Maybe. I mean,
I was gonna say, like, okay,
fast.
if you can like because looking at the three characters in the
Yeah, I know what you're
wait a
talking.
minute, they showed off two warlocks.
They showed off a couple more in the trailer, or they just showed off different armor, so you don't know.
I was gonna say I was gonna give them like a lot of credit because like because I saw the characters like the goth warlock, bro. Like if you can make characters like that, I mean like the character creation on the mobile is already better than the main game.
Yeah, why does she look better than anything in the game?
Bro, she looks badass fuck, man. Like And then look at the EXO. You don't even have that in the game.
Yeah.
They
So,
literally gave up.
All right, never mind. I think this might be a hero shooter thing.
I'm still. I don't know. I'm just crazy
Well,
excited.
I mean, I do have to say, like, everyone knows that the whole thing about hero shooters is like they're just direct pipelines to porn now.
Well, I was I almost forgot. I was like, what? And then I was like, oh yeah, never mind. I was like, oh.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed that. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, the hero shooter to porn pipeline is like
Oh
a
yeah.
real thing.
Especially mobile.
Wait, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know
Or
if
if
this is
it's
a set of armor because the warlock, the goth warlock is literally the warlock in the thumbnail of the Destiny, right? It's the one holding the scythe, and you can see she has a helmet in that.
Yeah. A lot of questions.
Anyway, moving on from the fucking Destiny mobile game because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Why? Are you depressed?
I'm not
excited.
depressed. There's literally nothing to say because
Yeah,
they only showed the trailer and that was it.
Yeah.
When you get the chance, watch the like the vidoc on it.
But what do they
There's a
actually
lot of
show in the vidoc?
They show like more like in-game footage, sort of.
I mean, it was just
Pictures
like
and things like that. They talk more in detail, but the detail is what you read on the actual website. So
Where do you get the vidoc from?
I was watching it via Astacross, so it's probably on the website or something.
Oh, Destiny Rising. Bro, this is a stupid ass name.
Astacross was like, is this going to be like a waifu?
Also, the reason I want to talk about something else is because, time.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah. What else? Are you watching Venom 3?
Venom 3. Honestly, I don't know.
October 25th. So
Mm.
I'm 100% watching that, and I hope to God I'm happy. Or something. Give me something, goddamn it! This movie
What do you
better
mean
have
you
something.
hope to God you're happy?
Well, the second one was such a downer, so I was like, God
I mean,
damn it!
yeah,
had
but
something
like, what do you expect though?
Well, I hope Nolan's portrayed well, and that's all.
I don't think like they did. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's kind of weird because like the the second movie like it was good in the sense of like it's cool to see Carnage, but it was like I don't know, man. It was just so weird to just see Sony be like, oh, it's cool because we have the CGI and the technology to make this happen, but we have such dog shit writers that we can't make what you want actually happen.
Exactly.
It was also
Like the tech is there.
I felt like they were trying to like make it a lot deeper than it actually is. And it just fell flat.
Yeah, Carnage is not that deep of a character, to be honest.
Well, I don't even think they were trying to make Carnage. I feel like they were trying to make
they were
like
sort of making him.
Nah, dude. I feel like it was the whole like. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. If you shut the fuck up and let me finish, it was the whole weird love story thing with like.
Yeah, with Scream or
yeah,
Scream.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, like that
yeah,
character.
I just don't get that. I felt like, what is she doing here? I'm just here to watch Venom duke it out with Carnage.
Carnage, yeah, I want to see a slugfest.
Yeah, and like, on top of the movie is like only what? It's like, it's short as hell. It's only like an hour and a half.
Hour and 20.
It was like moving at such a breakneck speed. Nothing was developed.
They put like 4 plot lines into one or something. They had Lethal Protector, Maximum Carnage almost, and they,
I like the goofy aspect, but I felt like they made him a bit too goofy.
He became goofy himself. Yeah, that movie was just depressing.
Yeah, no, like...
The writers left the room that day. The writers left the room.
No, dude, it was honestly genuinely upsetting to see, like, especially too, people had such high hopes for, the movie that I really don't want to say, but I know will be named.
What?
Orby.
What?
Orbius.
Oh, I thought you said Orbeez. I was like, people play with that stuff.
Morbin time, guys.
I never watched Morbius. My dad did, but...
Now you see, that's more surprising news to me than the fucking Destiny mobile game announcement.
I did watch Madam Web. I did watch
And now that's unsurprising to me.
I don't know why I watched Madam Web because I went with a friend, but that's why I watch a lot of movies. If someone he's like, if I have a friend who's like, hey, you want to watch a movie? I'm like, sure, if I can, and then I watch it. And even if the movie's trash, I'm just hanging out. So a lot of movies lately.
Yeah, no, I just kind of figured that you would have been in the.
I never got around to it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I usually would. I usually would watch it. I just at the like a year now, 2 years now, whenever that came out. Morbius.
He's never seen Morbius, which
Yeah.
Brian, you know him.
Yeah,
I know him. I know he's not your favorite character, but like, it's you we're talking. You go to see everything.
Yeah, how do you not? I thought you did see Morbius. I thought you saw it with your dad.
I've never watched Morbius.
You said you watched it with your dad.
No, I never did. I said my dad watched it on his own time one day, and he told me, it was like, it's okay.
How have you not seen Morbius?
I just never did.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I don't watch movies.
I know, there's a difference. Usually but I'm more selective nowadays.
Oh yeah, okay. I like that's get real.
Select these nuts.
Yeah, selective with these nuts.
What a good one. What a good one. You're so angry. You're all turning into the same people. I want to watch it now because I'm like, it can't be that bad. Madam Web was the worst thing I've ever seen.
It can't be that bad.
Nothing's
You
worse
say
than
that with
Madam Web.
everything, man. It can't be that bad. It can't.
But
Yeah, I feel like every time you say that.
No, but I understand what is truly.
Bro, he
bad.
said that with the Acolyte.
Well, I realized I wasn't watching as deep as you were, or I wasn't paying attention.
Bro, you don't even have to watch it as deep. It's literally on the screen.
I can't, but I wasn't paying, like, when you brought up things, I was like, oh, I guess that happened. Yeah.
Obviously, you weren't paying attention to what was happening, because it made no sense, and somehow it made sense to you.
Yeah, I was like, it's alright. I was like, it's alright.
I'm telling you right now, when I was talking to him and John, like, I was telling them about what I heard, and like, everyone on the internet was just shitting on the Acolyte.
Yeah.
And I'll give, I'll kind of, but like, come on, man. Like, when people that don't normally talk about Star Wars are talking about how shit this show is, then maybe there's some writing on the wall that we gotta start looking at. Well, he was like, it can't be that bad.
Dude, it's hard for me to fathom that people would make something without knowing how truly bad it is.
Bro, I watched it, and I'm telling you right now, everything you heard, it doesn't even cover half of it. The show itself is so much worse. It's so much worse than anything you've ever heard. It's literally...
Yeah, it's a waste.
I just can't even... it's even worse than what I expect. I was expecting to come in and hate it. At the end of it all, I just felt apathy. I don't care enough to hate it. I just don't like it, and it just really sucks.
It's actually funny that you kind of say, because it's kind of crazy. I saw a meme recently, and I'm trying to see if I can pull it up here. Where it was essentially like, you guys know that drawing of a horse Here it is. You know the drawing of a horse?
Yeah, it's divided in 4 segments.
Yeah. The last half of the segment, honestly, is how, like, it's not a popular take, but it is also funny how people will still look at me dead in the face and call me crazy for having this take.
What is it?
If I'm understanding this correctly, like I usually do.
What is this?
So at the top here, at the ass half of the horse, you could say, we have Star Wars episodes 1, 2, the, the third section.
Bro. How do I put this? I gotta make this a thumbnail.
Surprised people don't like the prequels. I guess if you grew up with the original and then saw the prequel, I could see why maybe, but
Bro, don't even give me that argument.
every person who was like 40 or 50 years old when they saw the prequel, that's how they felt. Every single one felt the same way. But in my head, I much prefer the prequels over the originals.
I get that, but do you really think the sequels have anything redeeming about them?
No, I'm talking. I'm just talking about the original 3 and the prequel.
Like the prequel.
Yeah, I know, but like I thought. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go like what's it called? It's probably the same way for the new generation of people watching like who grew up with the sequels.
I don't understand what's redeeming about the new ones. Because like I remember watching them and thinking, like even if I liked it, it's different from how I feel, how I feel about the first 6. Or to be honest, it's mostly about the prequels. I like those so much more than anything else.
Bro, now they gotta add a segment behind the horse, and it's the acolyte, and it's just a guy shoving a stick up its ass.
There's also did you see that not the theory, but the idea of like how every show is now trying to connect to the 9th movie with the Palpatine cloning process. Now every show is connected to like, it's all about cloning in one way or another, or leading to it.
we gotta make the cloning make sense.
It doesn't have to, because at this point, no one even cares about this.
So dumb. They're trying to fix it. I just don't care.
I mean, that's what happened when Ryan made the 8th movie, and then what's his name came back and was like, I gotta fix everything.
Dude.
Except he didn't. Because if you just watch the movies, Snoke was nobody.
They just mishandled it so bad. I just don't...
Like, you have to you have to actually go deep in the comics to understand any of those characters that they brought in for, like basically no amount of time.
You bring up the comics, but I doubt even the writers even read about the comics.
Yeah.
Well, no, they were made after the movies. That, like, tell you about Snoke and, like, who he was, and I'm not saying, I don't know if that's canon or not, but at least it gives you something about a character where there is nothing in the movie.
Man, this is just depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's every time you think about Disney, it gets
I hate Star Wars, guys. I want to say it. I hate Star Wars. I don't like Star Wars anymore.
Did you hear about the how there's this big thing about well, it's been around forever about how it's, the idea of it being racist that Sam Wilson's Captain America, and instead of, because the idea, like, he was already a black superhero, he should just be his own person instead of a legacy character filling in the shoes for a white guy. And I was like, I've never looked at it that way, but maybe I just don't see things that racistly.
But what?
The idea, like, Sam Wilson, like, I'll just talk about the movies, but how he's now Captain America, like, he got the shield, and he went from Falcon to Captain America, and people
Yeah.
were like, well, that's sort of racist and patronizing or something. I'm like, what? Because the idea of Sam Wilson is his own, character, his own original black superhero, and the idea that he is now, taking the shoes of a legacy character of a white guy, or so, it doesn't go that far deep, or maybe it does.
I,
I
I
just haven't.
think I think I understand what you're trying to say.
I don't get it. That's why it's really hard for me to even talk about it. But
Yeah,
I was
Yeah,
just
how
bringing it
like
up because people
how they take
out of
how they
nowhere.
basically like what from their perspective it's what they this like they sacrifice this character to make that
Yeah,
to make it fill into the to make it
yeah,
extend the legacy of another already prominent
yeah.
character.
yeah. But that's a larger issue of
I don't know. I never
legacy
really
characters.
saw it like that. I just
I don't see any of those things because I don't know. Especially with those characters, I've never even thought of those things when those ideas are brought up. I'm like, what? I'm like, I've never thought of it that way. I've never thought of it. Sometimes they're real, like actual issues, but like it's never really brought up.
Um,
I forgot that Captain America movie comes out, I think, at the beginning of 2025. I don't remember what month. It was like February, March.
I don't know. I don't really watch anything Marvel.
I'm excited for it. I like to see Red Hulk.
yeah, no, I've gotten off that.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I don't really watch Marvel.
I
The only thing that looks okay is maybe the Thunderbolts.
That looks pretty cool because that's gonna turn into the Dark Avengers.
Yeah, but
What?
you say that, you say that, but now, the only thing I heard from that was still the same old, like, the old Marvel, like, oh, it'll turn into this, and then it'll turn into that, but you're gonna hate it, because they're gonna do it badly.
Yeah,
I mean,
always that's my
possibilities
mindset
there.
right now. Like, I'm always more worried about them fucking it up than
I,
actually doing
I've
it.
enjoyed a lot more than hated in the last couple of years, but that's of course just me. And my opinion is so divided compared to anyone else's in reality.
And then, like,
I'm able to enjoy things easier. I
Oh
don't
my
know why.
fucking god, here we go again.
Well,
like,
the only thing I've never really liked was Madam Web, but that was because I've never seen worse acting and writing. Like, it was blatant. Like, no one sounded like real people. Like,
well, I just think Sony, I just think Sony needs to give up on making Marvel movies.
yeah, it's hard for them to do that because they still technically have
Oh,
rights over Spider-Man.
no, no,
They're like, we will forever.
I got it, Jesus, I got it.
I don't even care about Spider-Man. I don't like the new Spider-Man.
I, I, I'm happy with his direction. Because now he's by himself. He has nobody. He's alone.
Who?
The new direction they're taking. Well, if there is a new because they. Oh wait, you didn't see the.
Still Tom
you never-
Holland.
you had to- Yeah, Tom Holland, man.
I don't like Tom Holland like the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
I enjoyed the first movie more than the second, and the third one's fun just because of the cameos, but the actual story is okay.
I feel like he's just corny.
I mean, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
That-
but
that's
he's
funny.
even more corny. Like, I feel like he's
Well-
not even like a natural
Oh well.
nerd.
No one
I
can
feel-
me.
I feel that Spider-Man is just a little
Well,
unnatural.
The funny thing is the last two Spider-Man
no, I
are
get what
like
you mean.
British guys.
Yeah, like I mean, oh man, that's funny the way you put it now. Yeah, something's unnatural about Spider-Man. But like,
Yeah, we need an American to play Spider-Man.
it's not even that. No, I mean like, cause I'm fine with I liked Andrew Garfield playing
I'm
as
just saying they're
Spider-Man too. I mean,
funny that they're both British guys playing like very American
I like Andrew
heroes.
Garfield Spider-Man better than Tom Holland Spider-Man.
I like the Spider-Man more than Peter Parker. This Peter Parker was horrible.
I don't know. Like something about Tom Holland. I just don't like his Spider.
Maybe
Maybe it's
I
the
guess I
direction
just
they
don't like
went.
him as
Maybe
an
it's like
actor.
the idea that they made. Like I don't know. I always like the idea of like Spider-Man having to tough things out on his own. And
I don't. The only thing I don't like about I just don't like the whole. Cause like I'm gonna say a phrase. I don't agree with the phrase. I think that the movies, but I get why the phrase. I understand 100% why the phrase exists. The whole Iron Boy Jr.
oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I get why that is a thing. I get it. I don't like it. I don't like the portrayal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 100% accurate, for the movies, but I get why, like that. Yeah. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Well,
I get the vibe.
that like yeah, it's better that Spider-Man doesn't have Iron Man as like a mentor or anybody like that. He should just be.
How does he go
you know,
from like literally like being colleagues with the Avengers to literally Spider-Boy? Like, like I remember that one.
Honestly, I think the most interesting thing is his downfall. Like, how do you go from Spider-Boy to chilling in the Avengers penthouse to back to fucking no one in New York?
Yeah,
Damn!
like how do you, man? Yeah, and like now how he's struggling to get to what MIT. I don't give a shit about that. I wanna see him beat the shit out
I
of.
sort of like that because that's my Spider-Man
Bro,
comic.
I'm struggling. Motherfuckers are out here struggling with their own problems.
Yeah, like you telling me he
That is
saved
Spider-Man,
the
though.
MIT lady, so now she's giving him a slot. I wish I was Spider-Man. I'd make problems and solve them, and then I can be anywhere.
Yeah, because that's literally what he did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
In fact, that makes me hate him even more. What a piece of shit. No wonder why Venom hates him. Man, Venom is the real hero here, okay?
This Spider-Manism.
Jonah Jameson was right. This guy is a menace.
You know what?
sort of ruined
You know what? We're
Jameson.
changing the name of the podcast. I'm making it official as a guest today with James.
Oh no. Oh man. Well, yeah, like I mean, I don't know why they went with this direction. Or maybe okay, I do. Maybe because like they didn't want to go the Uncle Ben. They wanted to actually portray him as like a legit kid. But this is too much of a kid, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, that did bother me though. I was like, you have a Spider-Man in your world, and yet the core aspect of what Spider-Man is not there at all in this universe.
I like the Spider-Man like back in like the animated one when he was like beefed up. Like, but like even like in the narrative, because like I saw like a post of this like a while ago, and it keeps coming back up. Like he goes to the X-Men because he has like a mutation or something, and then the X-Men can't even help him. And then he says something like along the lines of oh, like
Yeah,
when
he
the
gets
world needs
involved.
saving, Spider-Man comes, but like when Spider-Man needs help,
Yeah.
like no one helps him.
Yes, that's what happened with the Fantastic Four. He goes to these people and is like, oh, we can't help you, Spider-Man. Get lost. We don't like you.
So like he has to
It's like-
toughen it out, and
That's every comic. People like, he's one of the greatest heroes, and yet the Marvel Universe tells him to F off every 2 seconds.
yeah, like that's the thing. Like he toughens it out, cause like, and I feel like that makes him more relatable than trying to make him a kid.
Yeah.
He was only honestly a kid for a very short period of time. He's been in his 20s and 30s for longer in the
Like
comics.
he,
He
but
was
that's
a
the thing. I
teacher.
feel like
He was a
after seeing your uncle die in front of you, I think I mean like that also like makes sense. I mean like it turns him into like a man at that point because his father figure is literally killed in front of him.
yeah, that's his
I
fault.
think that just hardens him. Yeah, and especially since it's his fault. Actually, yeah. Wait. So is Tom Holland Spider-Man? Does that happen to him? Does Uncle
No.
Ben die because of him?
Uncle Ben, supposedly.
Well, no, that's just not true though, because there is a confirmed Uncle Ben. There's a whole
Okay,
suitcase.
yeah, yes, but that's not enough acknowledgement to make me believe he was there in the first place.
But
Well, I
it
mean, that's the
literally
thing,
says
they-
his fucking name on it.
That's the thing. We know
Parker.
Uncle Ben had to happen, and they just decide to skip over it. But like, still, I can't
Pisses
see.
me off a little.
Like, I
But they don't
can't
acknowledge
see.
him ever, like, verbally.
But like,
Well, that was just an art direction because we all know who Uncle Ben is. But that doesn't mean he didn't exist in this
He's
universe.
so important. So what why Spider-Man is Spider-Man? He literally...
well, they skipped it. They skipped it because they thought, oh, we already saw this outcome. But for some reason, it's like they forgot that Uncle Ben died.
It's that Jeremy died.
Yeah, like, okay, I get wanting to skip it because, you know, that's kind of the problem with origin stories nowadays. It's like, a lot of people, like, so many origin stories are so famous, you know, you hear it a million times over or whatever.
It's so important. That's the
But,
one time I wish I had it.
no, that's not the point. The point is, in that universe, it's not that it's so important that it shouldn't, or it needs to be there and we need to see it front and center. Because that's not the point either. The point is, they just act like it didn't happen because it very clearly did.
Exactly. And you don't even see it like reflected on his character. He's still like happy-go-lucky all the time.
Like, it's okay that we skipped it, and everyone, because, you know, we all universally have the collective understanding that it happened in universe at one point or another, and they literally show Ben's fucking suitcase in front of your face, like, blatantly, you know? We all know it happened.
When Aunt May, you know, gets killed though, it doesn't feel like a second death. It feels like his first, like, besides
Yeah,
Iron Man.
That's the thing, yeah. And like, it made like, I just don't get it. I
And
mean,
she says the lines, which actually, technically Uncle Ben, the funny thing in the comic, Uncle Ben never actually said the words, you know, the famous lines about responsibility. It was like, Spider-Man was like, oh, one day Uncle Ben did tell me this one, you know, in the past. But I don't know, I wish he was there because I mean, that's his story, and yet they make it feel like he was never, you know, a part of his, you know, his ethos, his pathos and everything. Even though, yes, there's acknowledgement, but it's not enough.
hell no, I
Like,
disagree.
Peter
I feel
Parker-
like they didn't even acknowledge it.
I meant the acknowledgement was like a suitcase.
I mean, yeah, the suitcase, but it doesn't reflect on the character.
No, it
it's like
doesn't,
as
yeah.
if it never even
This Peter
happened.
Parker, this Peter
He doesn't
Parker
even
does not
reference
feel
it.
like he was not birthed out of an Uncle Ben dying. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like a totally different.
That's
you know,
that's the thing.
deviation.
He feels like a
More
he
happy.
feels like a stupid kid. And I know, like, I mean, he's supposed to be a kid, but like,
yeah, very smart
you weren't
kid.
that
You know,
stupid. Like, you know,
no, but he was pretty. He actually became mature at a young age because of his uncle's death.
that's
I
the
mean,
thing,
his
like,
his
it
uncle's death.
doesn't reflect that at all.
No, it's that's weird. Like, Aunt May goes about her day as if she never even had a husband. That's
And then he's like also stupid about how he handles things too, like the like the cruise thing, how like he takes on like an entire armed. Like, come on, man! Like, Spider-Man's smarter than that.
Tony feels like his only father figure in that universe.
It's kind of funny because like,
Hey, yo, it's
bro,
325.
how did you? Yeah, I know. It was like, how did you make web fluid, but also, like, you're just this dumb?
Yeah, like, how are you this smart, but also this dumb? Like, he doesn't take an analytical approach like every other Spider-Man. I mean, like,
Well, I mean, when I look back at even Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, I'm trying to remember if there was a similar case. Well, I mean,
yeah, but like his
Spider-Man
scenarios were
better.
relative, right? He didn't try to
they were
like
smaller, more-
stop a mercenary armed group on a cruise.
Yeah, this Spider-Man excelled like by 100-fold in his, you know, fighting day-to-day lifestyle compared to, because all we know is that he was Spider-Man for like a very short time before, you know, Tony, you know, took him on one. Oh, But but at the end of Spider-Man 3 though, the new one, um, everyone forgets who he is, and now he has a new suit, and now he's more. Hopefully, in the future, he'll be more of like the Spider-Man people actually know. I mean, that's what I hope. But
We'll just disconnect.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
He was just talking about
the direction.
Spider-Man.
I'm saying how based on the end of the third one, you hope that the fourth, whatever will be more of the classic Spider-Man, which that's what they're hinting at based on how the third one ended.
Yeah.
Except, um,
What about that
everyone's
stupid, like,
guy. No one knows him, though. That's the sad. He's now in New York, and he has no family or anything.
Yeah, now he's just actually a loser.
what about that one, like, offshoot of Spider-Man,
Pretty
that
much.
Spider-Man animated show that's been in the works for, like, 4 years now?
Oh, the freshman year thing, or they
Yeah.
called it something else now.
Yeah, that one.
That's still coming out. They changed the name though, I think, but it's now. I don't know how it's connected anymore. I mean, it's
Man,
still
I just
Marvel
hate
Studios.
Spider-Man now. It's getting to the point where I just hate Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, a lot of people at the moment, even in the comics, don't like it because the main book, he's getting cucked left, right, and center.
I think they should just make Venom the main character.
Venom just got a new book, actually. They got a new Venom.
I think they need to replace the Tom Holland Spider-Man with Tom Hardy Venom.
I wish they made more Venoms after this with Tom Hardy because I think I think it works. It's just the writing is so bad in parts of it.
At this point, I just don't really care. As long as the movies are not as bad as Let There Be Carnage,
Yeah.
I can just
The
watch
first
100
one is-
movies.
Honestly, I feel that, like, I hope after this third movie, and I know it won't be the case, because, obviously Sony will still own the contract for quite some time.
Mhm.
But I hope that, I don't know, maybe we could get, like, MCU picking up Tom Hardy, something like that, something like that, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
He did say though officially that he says it now, but that he won't be coming back for any.
No,
Venom
he
movies,
said he
so-
won't be making any more Venom movies.
I know that could either mean.
But I'm telling you right now, this is what I called it before. I said it before. I'm gonna have it on the record now. I think what they're doing is Null is gonna literally drive Venom out of this universe. He's gonna escape this universe, and he's gonna get
Back
sent to
into
the
the-
MCU.
Which I'm going to be honest with. I mean, I
And
would
Null
like
is
that for
gonna
the
try to
sake
get to the
of-
MCU too, and that's how this entire thing is gonna work.
It's good and bad because I like to see Noel in the actual like a Marvel universe with other characters, but at the same time you're talking about sadly the MCU, which is not in the best state. So it's a gamble right there if that character comes into that universe.
Yeah.
But that's I think it'll be good, or at least better than the second one, because I don't know what they were thinking. I feel like totally different writers in the second one.
Wasn't Andy Serkis the writer
Yeah,
for the
which-
second one?
I think he directed this, which made me sad, so I was like, I know that guy can direct and write things really good, besides just acting. So, I don't want to blame it on him specifically, because I think I like the direction they were trying, except that movie with maybe the budget or the time limit, who knows. Everything about it was bad.
Yeah.
But, what time is it? Oh, you have to leave soon?
Pretty soon here. Actually, I've been getting ready in the background.
Oh, okay.
To start getting.
Trying to think if there was anything else big.
We can start wrapping it up if you guys want. Or do we have time for one more topic, or do you want to wrap it here?
I think we can wrap it here.
Well, I was gonna say, give me just 1 second. I'm turning off my headphones, and I'm gonna put on my AirPods, and
Awesome.
I'm gonna start walking out. But we'll see. We'll see if we get them. Because I'll keep driving in the car. We'll try that. I'll keep driving the car, and whatever happens from this point in the podcast listeners, tough.
We may be recording a unscheduled death.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure to say something outrageous, so,
Yeah. Don't be like, never mind, I was gonna... It doesn't even matter. I was gonna say don't be Jack Doherty or whatever.
let's see, what else do we have?
Oh man, I swear I thought there was like something big that was announced like yesterday, but I think I was just dreaming that, to be honest. Like today when I was getting on, I was like, oh man, I can't believe we're gonna talk about it. Then I was like, oh wait, I think I was dreaming.
Actually, Vlad, you might know a bit more about this than me, but did you guys hear about the Pokemon stuff?
What aspect of it? I've heard a couple different things.
I heard a little bit about the Pokemon stuff. There's hold on, there's some outrageous
Yeah.
There's some outrageous things to talk
Like,
about. With the
That's what I'm
Pokemon.
talking about. That's specifically the one I'm talking
Specifically.
about.
Okay, so we're all on the same page.
Well, I haven't heard about it, but yeah.
Audio listeners, dear audio listeners. I may have said
Only
something
listen.
before, but now if you don't have mommy and daddy's permission to be listening to us, you definitely need mommy and daddy's permission to be listening past this point.
Oh, bro, don't worry, man. I got it checked not for kids. I always check not for kids.
Oh, you didn't know that this podcast is NC-17?
No. Because let's be honest. Well, that's the issue. That's the exact issue. Is the problem with this leak? If we're talking about Game Freak, a company that makes games specifically targeted towards children, and on this leak report, you have this game developer, and he's just going nuts. He's like, Latinos.
Yeah, exactly. Like, wait, man, so you gotta walk me through this. What exactly is what's happening with this?
I haven't heard anything about this.
Okay, so to clarify, right, it's not like
Is this similar to like DeMeo with the X-Men thing with his OnlyFans?
I don't think so.
Okay, because that, by the way, that's still a big thing, even though now more people are saying he actually...
Wait,
probably
Vlad,
does
if you're talking, we
more.
can't hear you.
He's definitely not audible.
Yeah, the mic was picking something up, but it wasn't coming in. We can hear you now.
Julian.
I sincerely apologize. It was picking up my car audio for some reason.
Oh.
But anyway, so the thing with the leak is like, essentially, there's this doc.
I think you cut out again.
It refers to this gym leader. I'm sorry. It keeps automatically switching, but I have no clue why since I'm not, like, switching it back.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
the
what I'm saying.
Bluetooth thing.
Yeah, here.
No, that's fine.
But anyway, it like essentially it's talking about this gym leader, and for some odd reason, while talking about the gym leader, it starts off pretty good.
Uh-huh.
And it says ethnicity, and it says Latino.
Okay.
Now, there's nothing wrong with describing someone this way, but it's more the fact that, like, immediately afterward, after reading the word Latina, it starts to just, like, slowly ramp up. And at the bottom, there's, like, even, like, photographs of famous Latinas, which I'm not going to say who,
I don't even, because I only peeked at the document at work. I didn't know who some of them were, since, like I said, it was a brief look. Um, but it was just kind of weird to see this from again, and I specify this again, Game Freak. These
Whoa,
guys make
man.
Pokemon for kids.
I
Here.
guess that's changing.
It's in a document here.
Yeah, no, it's in a doc, and what's funny is it's pretty easy to find the document. Like, I found it on TikTok, so it's not hard to find.
Oh shit.
Like that's the level of ease of access where, like, we're not talking, oh, you have to go to Twitter, look up some weird thing, if you want like a fight video. No. This is you go to TikTok and you just do some light digging, some splashing in the kiddie pool, you'll find it.
What the? Wait.
Is it the Typhlosion one?
Oh, that's another thing.
Oh my god.
So you see, you know how, like,
What the hell? You must understand, Sonic. What the?
I hate to say this, but it's the only thing that I can compare this to, because that's kind of the level of, like, how people are treating it. But like, when your favorite YouTuber get a pedophile,
Yeah.
and it's like a new situation where, like, every hour of every day you get, like, updates from a channel or something, and it's like, it can't get any worse.
Yeah.
It gets fucking worse with more evidence.
Okay.
That's pretty much what the Game Freak leak was like.
Hang on.
Because it's like, the thing with the Typhlosion is, apparently that one was breeding with a human.
Oh my god.
I think I heard about that.
In lore, like, they wrote this almost like a Pokedex entry.
Uh-huh.
Typhlosions be fucking.
Oh.
And according to some people, it was apparently because Typhlosion's design was based off, I think it was like some yokai who I forget the animal, but it was some yokai who they would transform and yeah,
And just do the deed.
yeah.
Oh man. I'm trying to actually find it. Wait.
I just keep finding the memes about
Wait,
like certain
is-
characters saying they love Latino.
Skyla described as a Latina yacht?
Yeah, I see that Skyla is now confirmed to be Hispanic or whatever.
People have been running with the memes. That is definitely one of my favorite parts about this whole thing. It's seeing the meme about when the developer was living. It's sensitive. I imagine it's sensitive research. To get the design of Skylar right.
Yeah. Wait, I think I found it.
There's a big Reddit thing about each of these characters. Like they're like, technically this person's not Hispanic, they're Arab, and this is why. Oh my gosh, this is huge.
What the fuck? So like this is like official game document, like well not game
Yeah,
document.
no, these are from game. Oh, well, another thing too. The reason people know these, at least the weirder documents that I'm talking about, are real, is because there's future game stuff.
Yeah, like they reference yeah. They reference like the Switch 2 and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big hack. Yeah, breach.
This stuff is wild.
Well, that's amazing.
How do you feel that that one dude was just definitely gooning to some Latinas while making a new Pokemon.
I mean, this kind of reminds me of that, like, apparently, like, Disney's got something similar, like, they copyright every single porn.
Oh!
So, like, somewhere in
Oh,
Disney,
dude.
there's, like, a cabinet full of just porn.
What? That's fascinating.
Like, cause
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
surprised.
I was trying to think of like where would they get the copyright, but I only have one idea.
Yeah.
This is our moment.
Hmm.
I'm trying to bring
This
up,
company-
like, specific documents. Was there anything else crazy in there?
I'm trying to think, but though I definitely know like as you two literally just saw in your own quick
Yeah.
lookup, those two things that I mentioned are definitely like the weirdest of the bunch.
Wait.
Like
Is the document, is it the one where, like, they have, like, Jennifer Lopez or something?
yeah.
Wait, this is real?
That's funny.
Oh yeah, like C6 flight, sexy pilot, gender female, age 18 years old, occupation pilot, ethnic group Hispanic, family structure. They got family structure, father, mother, brother, one person, Atashi, two person, you slash Kimi.
They use actual examples. Wow.
Oh my god, they even got the stats. Physical characteristics, appearance 165 centimeters tall, around 53 kilograms in weight.
They have some numbers on there too that I.
Brown skin, it is slim, but only the chest is large.
I mean, they have to know, you know.
Dark eyes, facial feature, clothing, casual clothing such as hot pants and tank tops. More exposure, person appearance image, Isabella Fontana and Jennifer Lopez.
This is funny as hell.
Oh my god.
Well, I think on that note,
Yeah, Game Freak is freaky.
Game Freak really lives up to their name.
Yeah.
they
Oh.
Who would have expected?
I was gonna talk about this, but we unfortunately got stuck in the fucking pit of Destiny mobile game.
I thought there was gonna be bigger than that. That's why.
What I was. No, it was literally just here's a trailer.
There was other.
But
Yeah.
on other news, I did promise I was gonna look into some Destiny stuff, some genuine Destiny stuff. And fellas, I have to say, they fucking cooked with the icebreaker, like actually cooked.
Oh really? Oh wait, it's back?
Yeah, it came back in the dungeon, right?
And holy fuck, it's good.
Damn.
Icebreaker with the sense of you literally could wait 10 fucking hours.
And
You just, as long as you waited, you got infinite ammo, baby.
really?
But in Destiny 2, it no longer works this way. They changed it, and they actually changed it for the better.
How does it work now?
So in Destiny 1, like I said, you could wait, and there is no, like, I feel like people nowadays probably have gone back or done more studies on the interval of how much ammo or what time per the ammo you get of Icebreaker is. I don't know that, so I'm not gonna say. I'm currently driving, so you know. Anyway, in Destiny 2, the way that Icebreaker works, instead of taking a more RNG approach to the ammo, it takes a more, like, you actively could force the gun to give you ammo in a way. Where the way the perk works is if you get kills with another weapon besides Icebreaker, and ability kills in some cases, it'll refund a bullet. Guardians and powerful combatants will refund more ammo.
Mm-hmm.
With the catalyst being a both fun play on the name and has very interesting build potential.
Okay.
Where every time you hit a target that is slowed or frozen, Icebreaker,
Mm-hmm.
you instantly get that shot back.
Oh, okay.
Like, well, it says it's a chance, but Astacross was doing some testing, and it seems that it doesn't matter the weapon, if you get 2 kills and wait an hour, like you get 1 kill, then wait an hour, and then get the second kill, you will get the ammo back.
Oh.
Or, yeah. And with the freezing thing, it almost seems to be guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
Almost. So, it kind of turns Icebreaker into this. And funny enough, the damage on Icebreaker, it is not going to be your main PvE, like, raid boss type weapon,
Yeah.
but in almost literally every other aspect, Icebreaker probably could contend in Grandmasters and carry you
Okay.
as a main weapon.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, as a primary?
Yeah, like as you're like this gun is considered to be my primary weapon. Like it has the potential to be that strong
That's cool.
as a run and gun sniper, the first of its kind almost.
Huh. Interesting. So it's built
Well,
on
that's
ammo,
cool to know.
ammo economy. What about what's it called? It uses special ammo, right?
Yes, it does.
Are people like worried about it in PvP?
I think a little bit, yeah. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be like the way people think it is, because I feel that in PvP it's tested, you still need 2 kills
Oh yeah.
to get the ammo. The
Yeah.
only thing I don't know is this like if you start doing the Icebreaker like stasis to the gun thing,
Mm-hmm.
how that'll work. But I mean, I'd have to imagine that it's not going to be the most potent option. Or like, if it is, like not if it is the most potent, but like if it is a potent option, I should rather say, I don't imagine it's going to be, quote unquote broken.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it just might be a good option to use in PvP, but nothing more. Like, not the go-to sniper.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a provoker, you know.
Yeah.
Also, funny enough, the way you get Icebreaker is you have to just get it RNG-ly.
Really? Oh, so it's like back then.
Yeah, it's just like back then, and it's farmable, so just literally play the new dungeon and hope you get Icebreaker.
Wait, is the new dungeon free?
I think the new dungeon...
Or do they still do dungeon keys?
Great key, yeah.
Wait, they
I
still do
think
dungeon keys?
Yeah, they did.
Oh.
I know they did one from Witch Crew, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, but I think this one is like the last,
Oh, the last dungeon key?
yeah, the last dungeon key, type deal.
Okay.
Or at least I think so. You know, don't take my word as gospel, but
Yeah. Huh. I wonder how they'll make money then.
or I mean, you know, they did also uh, give off like a bunch of new cosmetic. Honestly, Eververse, bro, they always make their money off Eververse. You know,
Yeah.
they'll get their shillings eventually.
Yeah.
Suck it out of you one way or another.
Those bastards.
Also, I don't know how my quality has been besides when I was hopping in and out of the car.
Oh. It's alright. It's alright. As long as Zach doesn't talk over you, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Huh. We got any more topics?
I do not.
You guys got any shows you're watching?
I don't watch shows, unfortunately.
I started, God, what the hell did I just start? That new anime that came out on Netflix, Dan, whatever it's called.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I only saw like a minute.
a lot of people don't know about them. It's on my list. I'll probably get around to it.
I'm watching it only because I have Netflix. I don't have Crunchyroll, so and I'm just happy they're still adding new stuff to like other platforms, so it's not just a monopoly on Crunchyroll. Because I'm starting to hate Crunchyroll.
I don't know why. I thought Crunchyroll got shut down.
No. Yeah, Funimation, they merged. They took over Funimation or Sony, and
Yeah.
it's. I mean,
I said it.
they have.
Got it.
Yeah, sorry. Because yeah, they have like a. I mean, sometimes it does feel like a monopoly, but thank God there's still there's other platforms that have their own what would you call it? Platform only, animes on there that they licensed. Like I use High Dive and I use Netflix, and that's most of my entertainment. And Max for other stuff.
And we definitely know Ryan is not watching Star Wars.
Wait, what?
You sir are not watching any Star Wars content.
No, I watched Acolyte, and to be honest, I think Acolyte killed it for me.
Skeleton Crew's coming out, right?
I don't give a fuck about that.
That kid show.
Do you guys think Keanu Reeves will end up joining Star Wars?
I mean,
Wait, say again?
he could. Keanu Reeves, do you think he'll join?
Star Wars.
I mean, he could. I think.
He has expressed some interest, and honestly, I kind of hope he doesn't do it. I feel like that would be a disservice to his legacy.
Oh yeah. I think he should stay away from Star Wars at this point.
Honestly, I'm actually to the point where I think I don't want my favorite actors in Star Wars anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm that's my mindset.
And yeah.
I just.
Well, I have to leave now.
Okay.
I give you not only all the time I had, but more.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming on.
I thought you had another thing to say.
I'm out of here. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to like close out the like podcast for the next minute or so. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
That's
I hope you guys
amazing.
have a good time on KS
Yep.
Entropy. I know.
See,
God, man.
I thought you had another thing to say.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna transition, and then he was like, "I gotta go."
I was like, oh, that's technically a transition. I'm like,
That's crazy.
oh, that's the funniest. Right in front of his workplace, right? I gotta go.
Well, unless you got something else to say, just maybe.
You heard about the Black Ops 6 zombie stuff?
Shit. I should have recorded
About
the
Liberty-
intermission before you got here. We were talking about Black Ops 6 the entire time.
the Liberty Falls.
Yeah, they're remaking. Yeah, or not remaking it, but like they're editing it.
The sad part is, it's all too questionable because they couldn't be specific about anything.
Yeah.
So the way they worded things just made, like I saw Milo talk about Mr. Waffle, and I was like, I mean, at the end, it could be sadly as simple as let's just change how things look slightly, because I don't think they're gonna change the actual map itself. Like everything that you did see is probably still gonna be there, but you know, whatever atmosphere, whatever that means to them, because that could mean voice, like who knows. But you know, at least they said something. I mean, it shows like that was not, of course, the final version, and that
Whoa, I don't
maybe-
know about that.
well, it's probably. I mean, I assume that wasn't like the final version, but that doesn't mean like
That
a
doesn't
drastic
mean,
amount.
like, let's not get it twisted. I don't think what we saw
No, I'm
was...
not saying
was-
what we saw will be like a 180 to what we like by release, but
Yeah, but let's be real here. It's not like what we... Like, it's not like that it being in broad daylight was...
that was not the problem. That's not.
It's not like it being in broad daylight was like the... what's it called? Was going to change, right? And like they just put it as a placeholder. They said that
Yeah.
they're going to change the vibe of the map, and I think
And
if there wasn't such an outrage and criticism around that
Yes.
map, it would have never changed.
What else? The HUD, they said that they're gonna change, or they're gonna customize it more. So that's
Huh.
interesting. And I am excited, thank God, that Kevin Sherwood has more than one goddamn song, because
Is he back? Like, was he doing songs in Cold War, or?
he only did one song, and that was on D Machine.
Oh, really?
That was
Oh, it
Alone.
was.
Yeah, it was the song called Alone with Clark S. Nova. The one was like, we are alone. We are-" That was the last song, I think. And because the rest of them, like Maurer Tone was the director, I forget his name, the Scottish or wherever that guy is behind Zombies, he did a song that he wrote, and he had like someone, it wasn't Kevin Sherwood, so, but he came
no, I
back,
mean-
and now they said one for each map, there's an Easter egg song, and I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, thank God, you need that. At least that could be they can count that as an atmospheric thing. They could be like, well, you know, we got our Kevin Sherwood songs. Does that help you guys? Listen.
Oh no, I think that like not much is gonna change about the atmosphere because it looks like. I mean,
No, I
it
know,
only looks
I-
like Cold War.
Which, if you liked it, good. If you didn't, sorry.
You know, like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the atmosphere can be affected. You know, you can change the atmosphere on Liberty Falls because like it's abysmal. But I think the atmosphere over, you know,
Terminus.
zombies in general, I think it's gonna be the Cold War atmosphere. It's gonna be like the.
Yeah, more militaristic.
It's not even militaristic. It's just goofy.
I thought old zombies was goofy, but or at
The
least
zombies
Black
was
Ops.
goofy.
Well, Black Ops 3 is the.
I mean, now you got them all like, you know, double points instead of the scary, you know, Samantha voice double points. It's not
You know what's
horror
funny?
themed anymore.
What was it? Black Ops 2, the Victus maps, it was Richtofen saying all the narration.
Yeah, but there's a difference between that goofy and the goofy in
Yeah, I
Cold
know.
War.
Oh no,
Like,
no,
literally, there's
Black
even
Ops
like the
3,
weird like 80s retro arcade feeling sound.
yeah.
There's no
I mean,
more like there's no more zombie laugh when you die.
the mystery box doesn't even have like a jingle.
It's just weird now.
The monkeys, I don't even know if they have their monkey jingle, or like, you know how back then they used to actually say stuff because it was Sam's
Yeah.
monkey, Mr. Monkey. Like I miss those days where it would be like, you're not Sam, and I'm like, oh, that's actually creepy.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever go back to those days.
And yeah, no, not at all. Unless you had one of those people come back. It's not just Blundell, those other people, but I don't know whatever happened to Jimmy Zelensky or whatever. I don't know whatever happened to that guy after Black Ops 2. I don't
Oh
think he
no.
came back for great. It was just Blundell all the way. And don't get me wrong, I like Blundell because like he's like the story beats for every map for the most part. While the Zelensky ones were more chaotic fun, like Buried and I think he was Die Rise, which, you know, love or hate, but I think Die Rise to me was the most experiment. Oh no, Transit was the most experimental, and they ruined that. But
Oh
that was
no.
that was the last bit of news I thought I should. Well, me personally, I should bring.
Damn, you should have brought that up when Vlad was here.
I Well, I didn't know if he knew anything about that stuff, but
I didn't realize that
what?
there was news around it.
Well, I mean, it was on that podcast. It became big.
Oh,
The
listen to the
COD.
podcast.
Oh, I listened to
The
it.
COD.
I listened to it, little bits and pieces of it.
The COD pod.
COD. I think that's a good episode today. Hopefully, that's some of the biggest news. You know what's funny? I'm gonna say this as the last thing. There's a chance that this Destiny game might just be nothing. There's
I
there's
don't
a
know, but
small
now I
chance.
figured out it's a hero shooter.
I know, but I'm saying there could still easily, it could be like, we think about it now because of like just the implication of it, but
I mean, no, it's not even it's the possibility. Because, I mean, like, you've seen the
yeah, that's
stuff
true.
that mobile developers do. Like, it's
Oh,
they're
they're willing
catching
to.
up. They're catching up. They can literally they can do that.
I guess the worst part is that it's separate from Destiny itself. Therefore, like, why would you do?
But worse, I mean, we've seen it happen with Call of Duty,
True.
with Call of
I mean,
Duty Mobile. And
Call of Duty Mobile is technically separate, but it is using.
it is separate, but they have, like, there's cooler stuff in mobile than...
I will say this: the skins, which I know you have to technically gamble for, but the actual skins and the things that the animation sets and things like that, they're insane. I don't know if you've seen that stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's
Like,
what I'm
it is
talking about. Like, there's just
like they
cooler
put
stuff.
like the artwork and the actual like team behind that. Like I understand, like yes, it's still basically gotcha type of. Well, you're still putting money into that, but the actual stuff they put in the game is insane. Which sucks because like you just don't see that in these console slash PC games. I don't know, maybe it's that mobile mindset, like they can express more, which is weird. But yeah, what's next Wednesday? What's the date? That would be was it uh, the 23rd or something like that? Okay, so next Wednesday, in 2 weeks, I'll talk about Venom as long as I see it within those 2 weeks, because it'll come out after the next podcast.
What?
So because it'll be the 25th, I
You see
think.
Joker?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
But see you guys next week.
Alright, yeah. See you guys next week.